I gotta do what's wrong with my neighborhood. Come back to me. Check it out. I knew I couldn't make it in the white man's world, so I'm gonna get some cookies and a cherry girl. I knew I couldn't make it to the NFL. I went to East Palm, I started slanging, yeah, for show. I was looking crazy though. Should've dropped out of school a long time ago. Bought a cell phone, like the nerd. Now I deliver like pizza hood. I drunk whiskey and Bacardi. I sold dope to anybody. Me and my homie sold dubs and dimes. Took turn mother rhymes just to pass the time. A white man drove up to my spot. He said, "Hey, homeboy, what you got?" I put a fat rock inside his head. About 25 shirts jumped out the bank. Get out, pump, yeah. Hey, yeah. Come back to me. I need you and I love you, baby. Come back to me. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Take it Trump, take it money. LA County, 9500. Crips wanna take my all-stars. Bloods wanna eat my snicker bars. Them vegetables don't want
Afro Man this morning.
them essays. Throw the say, the essays always trying to test me. So I jumped off the bed cause I ain't no punk. Jammed his head up against the bump. Sock that jump low in his chin. Black motherfucker scared to jump in. Chair broke it up when we hit the floor. I can't talk shit cause I won't smoke. Back in town, get along with the ground. Now I'm in jail, they trying to beat me down.
Let me turn this down, man. That's Afro Man for y'all that don't know. Afro Man. Turn it down. So Afro Man, that dude, man. I don't know any of y'all know about Afro Man, but Afro Man is that guy. Turn this. All right. Everybody doing good, man. Let me turn this down. I was jamming that Afro Man though. The Afro Man fire, boy. Man, he had some hits back in the early 2000s, back when I was in college, man. Love that Afro Man, bro. Yeah, dang, Afro Man, that dude. Man, what's going on? What's going on? It's been a while since I've been out here, man. Jeez, life be life. Life be life, man. Turn this damn off right now. Doing DoorDash now. But life, I life, be life. Yeah, dude. Whew. Working on my schoolwork. Um, that's been taking all my time this week so far. I didn't get a chance to come out here and work a little bit. Decided to go and do a live, man. I don't know who's going to drop by, but we're going to put this on anyway. I'll put it on video itself um, after I'm done with this. But I want to make a not even a quick thing, man. I'm just gonna speak my mind a little bit. And the title, as it says, I'm talking about it says 80's babies, 90's kids, and 2000's adults. That's what it kind of says. Elizabeth, how you doing? Tornado Garden, what's up? Where we headed, sir? Oh, we're doing DoorDash, Mr. Tornado Garden. DoorDashing, and I like to throw on the live while I'm doing it. So, what's up? Appreciate y'all dropping through. So, I want to talk about, I guess that age group, man. 80's babies, 90's kids, and 2000's adults. So, and so this is basically the generation of Zennials, man. You were born between like 1978 and 1985. You probably in this group of people, man. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing out there? That group of people, man. Um, Man, we've seen it all, haven't we? We've seen it all for sure, man. Um, People in that age range. Um, and when I categorize 80's babies, 90's kids, and 2000's adults, here's here's my qualifications for that. Okay, you're born in 1978. You turn 12 in 1990. You're still you're a kid. You're not a teenager yet, right? So that qualifies as 80's baby. If I put somebody in 1975, that same standard, by the time 1990 comes, they are 15. Not you're a teenager now, right? So that's why I put that in there. VHSs and Polaroids. Hell yeah, that's the truth right there. Um, and also with the 2000s adults part, people in that age range, we are the first young adults of the 2000s. That's why I think we're in a special position. We were the first to see, like, as an adult, see the internet boom and all that stuff. But I'll go back to the 80's, man. What a hell of a time to grow up, wasn't it? Hell of a time to grow up, man. Or not grow up, but to be a kid. Maybe it's nostalgia, but I can remember things like cutting the grass with the old school lawnmower that didn't have a motor, the one that could remember that. Um, of course, the generic drinking out of the water hoses. Um, we all came home with the key around our necks, right? The latchkey kids in the 80's, and we were independent, man. We learned to be independent. We definitely learned to be independent back in those days, man. Um, we played, we played games. We played all kind of games. You know, games you can't play nowadays. We had certain names for them, but yeah, it was some good times. It was some good days, man. I enjoyed them. Real mower. I still have. You still have one, man. I need one of the. I would love to. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, man. But I think people in our age range. So to move now, the people in that age range that I just named, 78 to 85. Now they are. What's their ages now? We put it. I'm 44, so they are 46, between the ages of 46 and 39 now. So that's the age group of adults we have now with that. But yeah, in the uh, in the 80's, man, I don't know. I always hear people telling stories about the 80's that things were so much better as kids. There was a community around them. Um, we were tougher. We could stay out from from sun up to sundown, literally, and not have to come home. We could be out there and survive. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, man, but I have such nostalgia. I have such great days, great memories from those times, man. Even though my time was a little bit different. I grew up overseas. I grew up overseas for a lot of my kid time in the 80's, man. My dad was in the military, so I got to meet a whole lot of different people. Um, just all kind of stuff like that, man. It was pretty lit. It was pretty good. But yeah, being an 80's kid, man, the freaking I'm rambling a little bit now, man. Forgive me. I didn't think nobody was being here. I appreciate you stopping through. Um, some more stuff. The fucking Saturday morning cartoons, man. Like that was like the Super Bowl, wasn't it? That shit was like the Super Bowl, man. You get up, get ready for Saturday morning in the 80's. That was everything, right? I think you had to get up at like 8 o'clock. Get up at 8 o'clock, and maybe even earlier than that. You got your Tom and Jerry, you got your GI Joe, you got your He Man, you got all that shit, man, that we used to watch back then. Um, and shit was wild. It seems like also, maybe it's just me. Maybe I lived in a goddamn bubble, but the country was. Maybe it's where I live. I was in a military family, so maybe I was insulated. But it was, from what I remember growing up, it seemed to be like together, right? It was a lot of patriotism as a kid. From what I remember, it's a lot of patriotism uh, back in the 80's. And look, I was born in 80, so up to about 1985, I really don't remember anything. But from there, throughout the 80's, as a kid, 80's baby, like I said, I remember that shit, man. and I just honestly have nothing but like great memories from it. I have nothing but great memories from those times, man. Hold on, let me check my that's real quick. My DoorDash ain't nothing popping off, so I'm gonna keep on popping my gums right now. It was good times, man. Like, we have our sleepovers with with our friends, and I don't remember no racial bullshit going on as a kid. Maybe our parents insulated us. I'm using myself as an example. Insulated me from things that were going on around. Cause I hear horrible stories on, with some people when they talk about 80, their time in the 80's. But shit, man, I lived in northern Mississippi, man. Um, for some of my first memories, man, and I don't remember, I remember having a great childhood in those couple years there before we moved to Japan. So the 80's babies, I think I don't know, man, we have toughness. Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me, of course. Um, I'm gonna go back to what Tornado Garden said. VHS is Polaroids, yeah. Where you gotta shake that picture out. You gotta shake that damn picture out to get it down, to get it going, to get a picture, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. Being an '80's baby, man, it's kind of like a goddamn badge of honor. I think, bro. It's a badge of damn honor, man. Yeah. This new group will lose themselves in memory cards. Oh my gosh, man, you ain't lying. Memory, man, and memory cards was damn everything, man. I think those came out with our Nintendos that we had, man. I think we had, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they came out with the Nintendo or did it come out with the Super Nintendo when that came out. After life will be recorded on the cell phone, the bottom of the drawer. Yeah, 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 man. We grew up with picture books. We grew up with there was always pictures all over the house, man. I can remember there's like framed pictures all over the house and picture books to flip through to where your parents are showing you, oh man, that's your great granddaddy, that's your great grandma, this is this family member, There was pictures, man. I still got like a picture album book because it's like I guess it brings me nostalgia, as a freaking like 80's baby. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny being an 80's baby because I don't ever think about the people that were adults back then. They're they're the boomers, right? Like they're the baby boomers now. And it's just funny that those adults were maybe I'm just ridiculous, maybe I'm crazy, but those adults ahead of us, they were the baby boomers. They were the last people to kind of get those pensions. Those pensions that started going away. With a lot of the what was I gonna say? A lot of the jobs went to 401k. They were the last recipients of that kind of shit, man. And I know those guys they were buying, and I'm thinking of it as an adult now, but they were buying the bigger houses, man. To bigger was better. You know what I'm saying? As a boomer back then when we were kids, you know what I'm saying? When we were kids, dude. And when I use the category of people I'm talking about as the '80's babies, we are late late Gen Xers and the early millennials. I kind of lump us all into the same category. That's 7-year point because we grew up pretty much the same and we went through all the same stuff that most went through. That people went through, throughout the years. So, I just wanted to touch on the '80's a little bit, man. It was a special time. Like I said, I only remember half of the decade myself, but I have nothing but fond memories of it, man. Of the '80's as an '80's baby, you know. Um, Another thing from the '80's I can remember, man. I got my first job at 9 years old. It had to be 1989. I was a paper boy. That's the bro. That's the best job I've ever had in my fucking life, bro. I'm 44 now. I was a paper boy. I was a real life paper boy, dog. Living in Japan on the base after school every day. I had to be in fourth grade. I would go to Stars and Stripes newspaper. If you were been to Japan or had a family member stationed over there, you know what hell, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'd pick up my newspapers and I do get my route. I had about 50, 50 houses on base to deliver to. And I do that shit every single day, dog. It was so dope. Best job I ever had. And each newspaper that I delivered, I made 3 cents per newspaper. So I was making like $1.50 a day at that age doing that. That was like, man, I felt like I had all the money in the world, bro. I was making that every single day. So that was like, I got, okay, fourth grade, I got to go to school. After school, okay, let me go do my job. That mindset was already stuck in my head as a paper boy. The intrinsic value of that, man, I still carry that today. I think nice you got paid to ride your, yeah, dude, I got paid to ride my bike. Yeah, I got paid to ride my bike. Now I got lucky to get that job. My friend was I think probably about an eighth grader, but he played on my dad's uh, football team. So we went in. His father was moving PCSing as they called it. So he got he needed a replacement for that route. And I used to go with him. And that boss at first said I was too young. We finally talked him into it. I don't remember how we did it, but dog, I got that job, man, and I held it down for a whole year till we had to move. Um, it was time for us to move, man. But that hands down, dog, best job I've ever had in my life being in paperboy, man. Kids today, man, will never understand never understand the value, the fun it was to have a job to deliver, to ride your bike, as Tornado Garden said, and deliver a damn newspaper, man. That was amazing. That shit was amazing, bro. I'm telling you, you can't, you can't beat that. I still got fond memories of that. Again, from the '80s, right? I'm talking '80 as an '80s kid. I got to. I'm so glad that I got to witness that, got to live through that, through doing that, man. Because, you know, even my younger brother didn't get. You know, he was a little bit younger than me, but that paperboy shit was starting to phase out once the '90s came through, man. That shit, when it wasn't paperboys, it was people driving in cars from the newspaper place that was delivering the papers later on down the line. So they didn't get a chance to, you know, where in the '80s, man, especially the older Gen Xers, man, that was a little bit older than us, they got to do all that shit, you know, and had that. I think that helped give them job some job ethic, some work ethic, you know, work ethic, man. And our parents had us doing shit. It was automatic. You better take out the trash. You know what I mean? Do simple shit like that at that time as an '80s baby, man. So that was automatic. So yeah, my time, my couple years that I remember from the '80s, man. Nothing but great memories. I don't really have any negative fucking memories from that shit. I'm just saying, I don't, you know, in any way, man. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people would bring up the racial part of that, man. I don't remember none of that shit. That's like I said, I was insulated from it as an '80s baby. My time, the '80s was amazing. So you got that, man. And I appreciate a couple people that's in here, man. I'm just rambling a little bit. Hold on one second, please. Get back on here. Roll over here. All right, back. Let's see what's going on with this thing. End stream. No, I don't want to end stream. Make sure you want to end stream. Cancel. I don't know if you guys can see me. I cannot see on this end right here. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Back. Sorry about that. Um, got a trip to Taco Bell. I had to turn the page real quick. But yeah, man, those times were times. I love those times, man. I tell my kids about those times. In the '80s, man. It was a good time, man. So now those '80s babies roll into the '90s, man. '90s kids, '80s babies make '90s kids. We were the kids of the '90s, man. We were the group that remember. We can remember the whole decade as a '90s kid, bro. Again, to be an '80s baby, you gotta at least remember about 5 years of that jump of them '80s. '90s kids, man. Um, '90s kids, we had hold of the whole entire '90s, man. That was our decade. You know what I'm saying? From kids to like teenage age, '90s kids. And it changed a little bit in the '90s. Technology got a little bit better. Um, you had, I mean, things were different for me. I moved, I moved down south now, so now once the '90s get here, for me, I saw there was more things. I was older now, so now I started seeing a little bit more, you know, a little bit more things that are going on now. I can remember the early '90s. Um, like I said, we moved back to the states as we called it in '91 myself, and get ready to turn here. And I can remember one of the first things I remember, man. This is from like the news and shit. I remember watching the LA riots on TV in the '90s. Um, a world. It was a world that I didn't. I'm older now, but I see kind of some of the stuff. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I can remember like the Rodney King thing, man, and all the protesters on the streets and all that stuff that I see. You know what I'm saying? Early '90s as that kid. So we went through that watching it. We are on the order. Yes, sir. We on the order now. I gotta go to Taco Bell real quick. I'm gonna try to be in and out of here. I'm just gonna ramble a little, man, while I'm doing this. It's like talking to a friend, dog. Let me go in here real quick, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm in Taco Bell now. How many miles? Good morning. How you doing? Picking up for Angela? Yes. Cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's see how much. I'm getting about $8 for this for just going. Let me look. Like about 3 miles. I think it is. I'll take it though. I'll take that order. I will take that order. Live doing door dashes. I'm just running my mouth though. Tornado Garden. Appreciate you running through. I got to get back on here. I think the algorithm. I'm not. I've been off here for about a week. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you. You too. Oh, this ain't but half a mile away. Never mind. All meat puppies, aka ride share. Oh yeah, man. I can like Uber and Lyft. I do ride share as well. I haven't done ride share in a while though. Meat puppies. I like that name for it. They're not. I guess you can still make some good money on those platforms. It just depends what time you get out there. All right, get this Taco Bell delivered real quick. We'll try to go to about 6 o'clock myself. I'm gonna continue rambling a little bit. Keep my title storyline on there, so YouTube don't think I'm bullshitting. I'm just turning on a live to turn on a damn live. Talk about what I said it was, but I like the bullshit on here as well, man. Yes, sir. What we got? That's smart. That's smart. Now, I used to when I was when I was stationed in Hawaii when I first started doing it. I used to pick up all the military guys and the locals and the tourists down in Waikiki. Fridays and Saturday nights, I'd make a killing, man. I make about 250 to 350 on those nights. It was awesome. Um, but we're talking 2019, 2020 time frame. So, yeah, it was not paying as much as it was. I was making some good money though. Make some damn good money. At home, let's see, grab sure home at midnight. So no puke in my car. Yeah, small. Okay, you did it smart. I was dumb, man. I was dumb. I was pushing to 2 and 3 in the morning. Got puked on a few times. Got puked on a few times, but it's all good. Yeah, midnight. And I know you are a real one because when you midnight was the that was the time where you were like, okay, that was the time, man, where you were like, all right, I'm not going any harder than this. Hold on one second. Midnight, midnight was the time, man. Midnight. If if you if you were worried about not making sure you don't have no weirdos or goofies in your car, midnight was the time where you get off the street. That is so very true. Get off the street at that time, you was good. You stay after midnight, okay, you can make more money, but you're taking more of a chance. You're taking chances. Okay, we're about to get this turned in. I will get right back on here. 12:03. Mm-mm. Here it is. All right. First delivery of the day. Make a little something. Let's see. All right. This good. Let's see. All right. This good. One down. We have a pretty big gig to your community. You're definitely welcome. Oh, damn! Really? Is that the name of it? Gig tuber? I'd love to join it. That sounds pretty dope. All right, I'm going to hook us. We call ourselves gig tubers. Everybody does different apps. That's cool. I'm gonna have to check you guys out, man. That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool. Gig tubers. I like that. I like that. I'm I'm testing around with this thing a little bit, getting on live with it. I probably can learn something from you all. And I love to hang out, man. That sounds pretty cool. Gig tuber community. That sounds real dope. I'm down with that. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Back over. Gig tubers. I like that name too. That's exactly, like what it is, man. That's a dope name. I like that. That's really cool. All right, get back over here, man, man, man. All right, screenshot these peeps. All right, I'm screenshotting them right now, dog. Just got it done. We'll help you get to 500 subs. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. I just screenshotted them. Just Roy Delivery and Fran Dash Phoenix. Got it. Got it. I'm sitting at 116. Started in March, man. So I'm kind of wishy washy on my stuff, but yeah, that's cool. I'm definitely down. Definitely appreciate that. That's dope. That's really cool. I'm actually about to turn on my Spark too. I do Spark. I just got I got accepted from Spark a few months ago. I've done about 5 runs on Spark. Spark's pretty cool. It's not too bad. I won't go in there and shop, but I will go and pick the stuff up. I'm down with that shit. Pick some stuff up, man. All right. All right. Got my little place that I chill in. Cool, cool, cool. All right, my Spark is on. Sorry about that, guys. Man, blind. Oh, it's another one. Blind 119. Blind Carpenter 119 now. What's going on, Blind Carpenter? Screenshot. What is going on? Sorry about that, guys. I had to turn on another app real quick while I'm waiting for another order. Guard and Tornado Guard. I appreciate that. All that, man. Blind Carpenter, what's happening? Like I said, I ain't been on here long today. I um I ain't been on here for about a week actually. It's been a little while. Been a little while waiting on some orders now. Um, but yeah, just want to come on here and coming on here BS a little bit. Appreciate the couple people that's come through. I appreciate it, man. I got a place to check out this evening for sure. I'm definitely gonna check out. Um, Shout out to the gig tubers. I'm gonna check it out. I'm check y'all out for real. No lies here. You know, when I say something, I'm gonna do it, man. I follow through it. I follow through with that stuff. So I appreciate that hospitality for most definitely, most definitely. Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Um, but yeah, man, I'm just gonna blabber a little bit. Blind Carpenter. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What's up? What is going on? Appreciate y'all. But just gonna blabber a little bit while I'm waiting here. Um, my little title of the video, not even video. It's a damn live, not a video, man. Waiting to get some rides, but 80's babies, 90's kids, 2000's adults. So, like I said, in the 90's, man, um, I saw a lot more. I saw a lot more things going on. I saw a lot more. I guess shit. You can call it racial issues. I guess that was on TV. More like the Rodney King, the O.J. Simpson shit. I can remember that stuff, but I wasn't in that world. I didn't really have a. I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't have a. I don't know. I wasn't. I wasn't in that space, man. But I see shit like that on TV. Where where I lived and what I lived, it was just everything was just kind of it was smooth. I guess where I was at. I can remember seeing some of that stuff. Um, I could remember gas prices were so freaking low, man. As a '90's kid slash adult, I mean, I can remember gas prices when I first got my first car. Gas prices were under $1, man. It was like I think when I got my license in 1996, I turned 16. 89 cents a gallon. Freaking 89 cents a gallon for a gallon of gas, man. That was ridiculous. 89 cents per gallon of gas. Um, I can remember bitching about it if it was like over $1.10. Like I would be mad. Yeah, man, the gas is too high right now. You know. Jobs, man. If you were a teenager, young kid in the '90's, bro, we all had jobs, man. You know, whether it was the fast food jobs, just course, we cut grass and did all kind of shit like that. But my first job was at Baskin Robbins, man. When I was 15, and it was fun. It was fun, man. We bring ice cream home every day. Um, it wasn't even like work, man. It was oh man, I get to go work at the ice cream place, man. It was just fun. It was fun to me, you know. A couple other jobs in the '90s that I can remember having. I worked at Winn Dixie with a lot of my friends worked there. You know, we were baggers and stuff. Um, Worked at a water park for years. That was fun. Whitewater, called Whitewater Amusement Park in Atlanta. I worked there 6 summers in a row. I used to serve bucket of food. Hey, what's up, man? I remember you. How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good, man. I'm just rambling a little bit. Um, just talking about the '80s babies, '90s kids, and 2000s adults, and I guess how our minds are now, how we work. And I'm just rambling about things right now that from the '90s that I remember that I appreciate. Um, right now, I was just talking about some of the jobs that I had at that time. Hold on 1 second. I got a job. Now, speaking of jobs, I'm gonna move on. I got a job to go pick up a order from McDonald's for $10 for like 5 miles, which is decent. So I'm gonna go. I am going to start driving toward that job now. Right as I'm speaking about jobs that I had back in the '90s. Haha, that's cool. I'm here to hear. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I had all those jobs in the '90s, man, and I loved them all. You know, another thing we used to do, you know, I guess as a '90s teenager, man, the mall. The mall was everything. The mall was everything, man. Me and my friends, I can remember, especially after I got my license, man. We go to the mall. We just walk in the mall be in the mall 3, 4 hours, man, walking around. It was like a social gathering. It was like being on, guess it was like being on like Facebook or like Instagram and shit now, I guess, man. Everybody would go to the mall, man. That's where you went to congregate. That's where you went to, get the freshest gear. That's where you went to go talk to girls. The mall was it. We were mall rats, bro. Shit, we was mall rats for real. Oh shit, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going the wrong way. We was mall rats, man. We was always in that mall, dog. And it was so fun, man. You know, you go there, chill out, go to the food court, get you a food, and you literally could spend your whole freaking Friday night at the damn mall and have a ball, man. That's the '90s, man. And then you're in the parking lot afterward, right? Everybody go to the parking lot, and it wasn't nobody fucking off, causing no trouble. We were just having fun. From what my environment was, man, it was so cool, man. It's a lot better in the '90s now. It's chatting and shit back and forth. Yeah, man, it was real hanging out. And you had your real friends, man. All those quarter. Oh my gosh, Blind Carpenter, the freaking arcade. Don't let me even get started on that. The arcade, bro. That shit was so hard, man. That was so hard. Let me go ahead and get this food real quick. Try to make this quick. All right, we can McDonald's now. Waiting on the ride, but yeah, um, that was a good one. The arcade, man. Shoot, the arcade was badass though. It was badass. What's the advice of the day for today? Hold on, what's the 35905? Yep, thank you. Continue. I got a lot of advice for today. I don't have it right now though. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. The advice for right now is hang in there and get your money. That's my advice right now at this second. Take a picture of this McDonald's real quick. All right, we back in the building. My bad, guys. That's cool. Please take care. All right, cool. Please take care. All right, gotta go. And be safe, bucket of a poodle. Be safe. I appreciate you dropping by to say hello. All right, it's the second run here from McDonald's. It's gonna be a good little. Um, it's gonna be pretty straight right here. Back up out of here. All right, I'm gonna continue. I appreciate you guys coming through. Continue. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm gonna make a video of this. And I'm gonna put some shorts out on this too. This evening. So I'm gonna try to just get a lot of material. I've I've talked to you guys. Good luck for the day, sir. Hey, sir. Good luck for the day to you as well, man. I appreciate you running through. Appreciate you, man. I know you've been in here before. I appreciate you running through, man. Um, but yeah, man, the mall, dog. Shit. Back in the '90s, the mall was where it was at, and you had the arcade. The arcade, man. We was all in there too. That was another spot that was huge. You know, arcades were big in the '80s too, but we're on the '90s now. The mall was it. The mall was it, man. The mall now sucks. I feel bad. Like, my kids go to the mall. The mall is ass now, man. Terrible. And maybe I'm old now, but man, kids don't have fun at the mall like we used to back in the day. The mall was the meeting spot. Again, we didn't have social media back in the '90s as '90s kids and '90s teens. So the mall was a place that was a gathering place, man, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun, man, and it wasn't. I guess the group that I was hanging with, it wasn't any fucking trouble going on either, man. It was a good time. It was a good time. Um, yeah, the '90s. What a time to be alive, man. As well. What a time to be alive in the '90s. You know, especially if you were at the ages that I had just mentioned. If you're at those ages, man, you're in a special group. You're in a special group, man. I really believe that. Being like I said, I'm gonna make some shorts of this. I'm going to make some. Uh, I'm gonna post this. But if you're '80s baby, '90s kid, 2000s adult, you have a special place, man. We have a special place in society, man. I believe that. I believe it. We've seen a lot of shit. Now we've also seen probably a lot of bullshit too. Now, so as a '90s kid going on '90s teen, at I can remember all of the Y2K talk. There was a lot of Y2K, man, and how computers are gonna damn all hit zero, how the world is going to end. People, man, I graduated in 1999. There were people talking about, man, look, I got to get in everything I can do uh, before 2000 hits because I don't know if the world's going to end. Some panic going on before people unsure what was to come once the uh, once the new millennium hit. People didn't know, man. I did personally. Did I think some shit was gonna go down and some stuff was gonna happen? Man, I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no clue whether some stuff was going to go down. You know. Now us as the 2000s adults. Now 2000s. We were the first the youngest of the Gen Xers and the of the millennials. We're the first adults of the new millennium, man. We're the first adults of the 2000s, man. So how can I say this? So you got the kids that are still kids going into the 2000s. So and then you got the guys that were already adults. You know, they're going on 25, 20. They were adults in the 90s. We are the first ones that went into adulthood in the 2000s. So what does this mean? We saw some of the first. We saw some of the first. Like the .com bubble, right? Like we started seeing everything. I can remember watching the 2000 Super Bowl, and every commercial was .com, 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 .com. So the internet is about to be a humongous thing. I can remember the internet was about to be a big thing, you know, because hell, my first year in college, I got there in '99. Still, we're gonna count that as 2000s. I got my first email. I still got the same email that I made from when I was in college, 25 years ago. Same email, man. Um, as young adults in the 2000s, like I said, the internet is starting to grow. We're starting to see more things. You got things like chat rooms that are emerging now, right? You got chat rooms coming up, emerging, coming through. Um, there's all kind of stuff like that is that's going to change the way stuff is, man. People, starting. I mean, you could literally try to look. People update on like AOL. You know what I mean? Those chat rooms would have to put where people would put AS age. It asked three questions. Damn, what was it? They put A/S/L, which meant age, sex, location. This is what I remember. Not that I was on there doing this kind of shit, but I'm telling you what I remember. What I saw as early adults. And as early adults, that was going on. All that stuff. Yeah, we had 9/11 hit. 9/11 hit, man, and that was, I would say, that's our first. That was our first, like, like huge, kind of like when President Kennedy got shot to like the Boomer kids, right? That was our first like real like tragedy, I guess I could say. That was that we could remember. Shit was crazy. Country was very united. Hell, myself, I joined the military exactly a year and a half after 9/11. It just kind of happened to happen that way, you know. But yeah, man, that's uh, we starting to see stuff now, man. In the 2000s as adults, um, MySpace pops up. You know? MySpace comes through. MySpace is a big deal. Let's see what got on here. Say I'm gonna post this later on. I appreciate everybody that's come through and holler at your boy. But MySpace came through, man, and I can remember MySpace really got big about 2006. So we were the first, like, we were the young seeing that stuff. You had the kids that were in it. You had the people that were over 30 they were different. We were the first ones to see that, to really be a. We were really a part of it, man. We were the young adults in it, man. So we're the first to see that stuff. Um, MySpace was everything to us, to a young 20s something adult. MySpace was everything. Ask anybody, dog. Ask anybody. You know, a thing also on top of that is people used to argue about your top 8 people on your MySpace. Oh yes, your top 8 people. If you weren't on these top 8 on MySpace, that was a problem. You had to take. you had to. You had to make your top. top 8, you had to be very careful making your top 8 people on MySpace, man. You had to be very careful. You did, because if you made a wrong move with that, man, you're gonna hear it from somebody. People gonna be like, "Hey, what the hell? How come I'm not in the top 8 no more?" That was a big deal. If you were in your mid, I guess for the teens already as well, but if you were in your mid 20s, you were in your mid 20s. That was a huge deal. As a 2000s adult, one of the first 2000s adults, that was a big deal in our life, man. MySpace was a big ass deal, you know. And the last thing for us Xennials, that kind of hit, man. We're starting to see real life now. You know, a lot of us graduated from college. There's a lot of student debt starting to accumulate, but we had the what you call it, man, the housing crisis back in 2007, 2008 ish, to where that was a big deal, man. Like, a lot of people lost their homes. A lot of that was something else, man. That was rough. That was rough. But the 2000s, man, the 2000s for us, it was. You're an adult now. You have to start adulting, right? You got to learn and start being an adult in the 2000s, man. So that's kind of my thing. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I just wanted to come on here and bullshit a little bit. I will try to come through a little bit more often. Shout out to guys that's come through. I'm gonna check y'all out, gig tubers, all y'all, man. I really, really appreciate you guys coming through. I really do, man. We didn't have many people on here. I wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it. But anyhow, you guys take it easy, brother.